Hello everybody. Let's play some Magic. We're going to do a Premier Draft, the Kaldheim set. Just waiting for that one guy. There we go. Okay. So our first pack. Cosima. I have not played against this card, nor have I played it myself. You may exile Cosima at the beginning of your upkeep. If you do, it gains whenever land enters the battlefield. Put a voyage counter on it, and then when it comes back, and if you don't, return Cosima to the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters and draw X cards. Okay, so we'll take this cool rare. The vehicle exiles cards from the top of a player's library. Maybe play lands from those cards as long as they remain exiled. Probably not going to use the vehicle side that often. But it seems like a cool card, so we'll take it. Okay, second pack. We have Valkyrie's Sword. This is like pretty expensive, right? But really good. Maybe just take Demon Bolt as an excellent spell. Glittering Frost MVP in the Snow decks. I'm kind of tired of Snow myself. So let's just take the Demon Bolt. Okay. So some different options here. Provoke the Trolls. Mistwalker, maybe the Shimmer Drift Veil, or the Snow Island. Let's just take the Mistwalker. I think that's good. Mono 3-drop. This card makes it seem like we would want to play a longer game, right? So I think this is a stalling tactic and a win condition later on. All around, I've been very impressed with Mistwalker. Okay. So there's Gates of Istvel. It's not really a pull into white, especially when the only other white card is Revitalize. There's Blood Sky Berserker, which is good, but aggressive. There's some more red aggressive cards. I don't know. Let's just take Horizon Seeker. It's kind of like a combo with Cosima, right? Maybe we'll end up in blue-green or Teamer, or who knows. Okay, probably not going to take a Run Ashore. Honestly, none of the cards in this pack are super exciting. Axe Guard Cavalry is pretty good. But once again, kind of like more of an aggressive card. I guess we can take it here. Dwarven Reinforcement's also okay. Because maybe this kind of indicates that like an aggressive strategy is open. And that we should, take it if it's being presented to us. Probably take a Firewalker out of this pack. Yeah, seems fine. Alrighty. So there's a pack mate still in the pack, which seems really good. I don't know. I'll take it. So, I don't really know what to think here. I mean, we're going to take good cards as they come to us, but seeming like blue is not very open, which is sad. We could splash Cosima. It's probably worth it. The only thing we're passing here is a Recluse. It's kind of whatever. Outrider is okay. So yeah, it seems like blue is not really super open, at least from this direction, which means we might get some blue in the other direction. I don't know. If we can just like splash Cosima though, I think we would be happy with that. Enter. So tentatively we'll take the Mistwalker out. Another Outrider, Mammoth Growth. I think I'd rather have the creature, and it seems likely that we can pick up combat tricks later on. I mean, now is the time in the pack to be picking them up, but whatever. Alright, let's take an uncommon. Last pick, Kennel Master. Okay, it's our favorite card, Dwarven Hammer. Obligated to take it here. Blood on the Snow, Sweeper. It's pretty good, especially if you have snow and you can immediately return something. If someone's in black-white, they're going to be happy to pick up Fiera. There's another Demon Bolt in this pack. But Dwarven Hammer is just too good to pass. Second pack, not as interesting. I think we'll just take a Fearless Pup. You know, it's interesting. It seems like green-white is usually like the go-wide kind of colors. But the Dwarven Reinforcements and like Elderleaf Mentor and green-red is also kind of like a crazy, can be like crazy go-wide, you know? Okay, Runeforged Champion. You may search your library or graveyard for a rune, put it into your hand. You pay 1 rather than the mana cost for rune spells you cast. Okay, well, we're not in white, but it's a fine card. It's whatever. I think we just want a 2-drop. So we'll take the Glade Walker, even though it's not super exciting. Here we'll take another Packmate. Mentor, as I said, still fine. Arachnoform, I have not played with this card. Okay, some more creatures. Probably just take those. Showdown of the Scalds, pretty good. Some card advantage, and then you can put counters on your creatures and maybe get in some good attacks. Broken Wings, maybe impeccable, but probably not better than the 1/3 Shapeshifter in green. Okay, do we want third Elderleaf Mentor? There's nothing else in this pack we really want, so we'll take it. But that's kind of a lot. Our 4-drop slot is pretty heavy, but I guess these guys are all foretells, so that's okay. We got Provoke the Trolls back, which will mostly just be like a 3-mana removal spell in our deck. Or a 4-mana deal 3. I guess we'll take it, it's like pretty flexible. Maybe Seize the Spoils could make the cut. We're seeing Glittering Frosts, which we'll take. That can help us splash Cosima as well. So weird, that vehicle. Fourth Elderly Mentor. Not about that. We'll take the helm. And I guess we'll take Vault Robber. So the deck is looking like okay so far. We'd like some more 2-drops, but we do have these foretell spells we can do on 2 as well, which seems good. I guess we'll take Arachnoform in case we want it, since we already have the Helm. Helm seems very good with runes, because it's equipped 1. So if you can get like the haste rune or something, and then just like equip and give haste for 1 mana, that's pretty good. I mean, it's kind of like an Axe Guard Cavalry, but let's just pay 1. Open the Omen Paths. Strange card. Okay. So, there's Arnie Broken Bow. Once again, not really a card that I played with or against. Maybe the other card in consideration here is Struggle for Skemfar. We don't really have a ton of removal yet. This can be a good one. Let's see, what do we have as far as removal? Just Demon Bolt. Oh, and Provoke the Trolls. I don't know. Let's take the Struggle. Alright, Tybalt's Trickery, Bizarre card, which is probably not for us. We'll take a Giant. That's like, okay, I think this card is playable. Just like a big body with Trample. A lot of the time they block with multiple things, and then whatever is left over is dealt 7 damage and they lose their whole board just trying to kill it. It is expensive, but games go long and you often have plenty of mana in the late game to be playing things like the Giant. Okay, we'll take a Squash. I think maybe the only Giant we have is the Cinderar Giant. And I guess this Shapeshifter, that's okay. Okay, so we're like significantly better in the removal department now after 4 packs of just picking up removal, which is pretty good. We passed a blue-green land, one of our previous packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 8 3s and 4s. Still just want to kind of take the Lindworm, just as once again a big creature. Okay, Raven Wings definitely like really good for us. Probably better than the Helm, which we can put in the board. Unless we pick up like a rune. Crush the Weak could be good with our more expensive stuff, but it deals 2, right? Like most of our stuff will die to that. I don't really know what else we'll take from this pack, though. We can consider playing this. We have Run Amok and Horizon Seeker. I think I like Run Amok. cavalry. It's pretty good. So we'll have to make several cuts, of course. Maybe cut out seize the spoils. We have 17 creatures, so maybe one of the mentors. Maybe one of the bears, I don't know. Actually, it's not even a bear. It's an elf warrior that's riding on a bear. Now we can maybe cut one of these, since we have some other fatties. What else? This is like a creature spell, and one that we'd like to play for sure. Even though like Cosima is off color and kind of strange, I think that this is like probably good enough to play, right? So we can just like play it and then like exile it and then just play lands until it's like later in the game and it becomes like a relevant body and draws us a bunch of cards. So we still do need to make some more cuts. Not sure. Could cut the Gladewalker. Seems okay. So you are 2, you have Foretell. You have Foretell. These technically have Foretell. Okay. So just one more cut. I guess we can cut the Provoke Patrols. I still just like struggle with this card. Like, it's flexible, but at the same time, like, there's limitations to it, right? Like, you can only give a creature +5/+0 if it has a really high toughness, which, like, we have 3 creatures that do. Yeah. I think I'll pass on it. But aside from that, the deck looks okay. Let's look at the mana. Probably don't want 2 islands. Let's just play 1 island and another forest. And it's 8 and 8. And then 2, and then like the Horizon Seeker can search up a basic if it needs to, and then we have the Glittering Frosts and the Fjord. Yeah, I think this is fine. Mana's maybe a little bit sketchy, but we don't have like double green or double red until later in the game, so it's probably fine. Alright, well, let's run the deck like this and jump into the matches. Okay. This looks like a good hand. We'll probably play Tapped Fjord and then Foretell Packmate. So now we can play Pup and Packmate. Through a Glittering Frost. It's fine. So next turn we can play that. Now we can foretell. Let's see, let's target our island and then pay with these guys. Then we can foretell our Demon Bolt. And do we send with the Packmate? Let's not. We're tapped out. If we had like a, if we were untapped, we could consider it. But we decided to do everything pre-combat. Okay, there's Inga. Which makes combat a little bit more difficult. I think we're fine to trade here. So we can play Lindworm, which looks pretty good. Probably should have attacked one first with the Pup once again. That was probably bad, but we would just be getting in for one. Okay. So let's attack and then we can blow them out with Demon Bolt. Okay, they didn't even want to think about trading. So we could just foretell this, I guess. Yeah. So if they have like a fight spell, we're sad. If it's like the +1/+0 and give it invincibility for 1 green mana. But I think we'd be sad regardless of what happened there. Looking at our mana. Are they going to destroy a land? Okay, we'll take 5. Probably want to Demon Bolt that soon enough. Let's see, so the Priest, if they sack it, can do 1, 2, 3, 4, so it can give -4/-4. But this is only at sorcery speed, yeah. Kolvori, God of a Kinship. As long as you control 3 or more legendary creatures, then you can like look for legendary creatures. It seems like barely playable. Okay. Anyways, let's go to combat. Can attack for a lot. Okay, yeah, they're just gonna trade with it. That's great. I think we just Demon Bolt this while we have the chance. Let's foretell another Demon Bolt. And then equip the Dwarven Hammer to our Fearless Pup. Probably no reason to play a land. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah, so we can play our Giant if it comes to that. So I guess they can sacrifice both their priests to get rid of the Lindworm, which is kind of hilarious. And then maybe they have a removal spell. Okay, they're just trading. Ah, but they... Oh, okay, so they... That was cool. I see you, opponent, drawing a bunch of cards. And then now we have no creatures, so it's kind of a problem. Opponent has their own Cosima. Let's just play this, and then let's just Demon Bolt that while we have a chance. And pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, like, how many more lands are they going to play this game? I don't know. But, you know, certainly better to prevent that from happening if we can avoid it. Okay. Very cool. Let's get rid of Cosima again, and then deal 4 to them. Unfortunately, we can't afford to put the hammer this turn, or they would be dead. Okay, awesome. We got there. So, very good deck from the opponent. Playing a lot of different colors and still lands and stuff. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Okay, no green mana. But I think we can cast 2 spells, we can foretell the Packmate if things get really bad. And then hopefully at that point we'll have drawn a green mana. We have like 8 green sources in our deck. And we also have access to Run Amok. Waiting for the opponent to foretell something. Predictable. Okay, awesome. Your green mana. So let's just foretell Packmate. See if they play a creature. It's awesome. So we can hopefully get them with Run Amok and then play out our Packmate. Seems good. Okay. Second green mana for the Lindworm eventually. Looks great. So he had a pretty strong curve this game. Probably worst case scenario, opponent has another Lindworm or another Raven. Apparently they don't. Okay, so do we want to play the Mentor this turn or guarantee playing the Lindworm next turn? We can hit them for 6 here, and then next turn guaranteed, you know, depending on if they play a blocker or not. We can add 6 power and toughness and give it haste. Or we can give this haste now or something. Let's see. This will leave us with 3. I don't know, let's attack and see what's up, and then we can decide what we're going to do. Here. I think let's just play Glittering Frost. We also have lethal on board. We activate the Fearless Pup, so we have to play something. Turgrid's Shadow. So maybe we actually want to sack the Packmate, and then we can make a hasty Lindworm and not attack for lethal, but put them down to 1. Cool. Hopefully no second Shadow. The little hand thing, kind of cool. Okay, you may exile a creature or planeswalker from each graveyard. So we'll see what they exile. You can't play it this turn though, right? Yeah, it's only it's next turn you can play it. Okay. Good game. Just a little bit slow. And we got there. Okay, on to the next game. So yeah, seemingly 2 strategies in this format, and one is kind of this go over the top, aggressive kind of strategy. It's not as aggressive necessarily or fast-paced as other formats would be, but it is, I think, still relatively aggressive. Let's play red mana, I guess. And then just foretell our bolt. We can kill something in their turn if they play something. Excellent. More than happy to just fire that off. Let's play Packmate here, I think. Wings is nice. We can always play in a click on a later turn. We even drew an island. Incredible. We could also play Dwarven Hammer. Maybe let's just do that. Cosima's cool. Next turn we can play Cosima plus land, I guess. Alright. We tricked the opponent into blocking our Packmate so we could deal in 5. Just for the cost of tapping it. Awesome. Okay, so we can play Cosima here at the beginning of our upkeep and exile a creature. Do we just want to play Wings? Sure. And then maybe if they double block, we're getting in for 8. I think that's okay. Yeah, they're okay, so they're just gonna block like that, that's fine. Play out our land. Pass back to the opponent. So this game is a little bit aggressive for Cosima so far. Depending on what we draw next turn, we'll probably play Cosima, and then wait till the next turn to play out our land so that we can start putting counters on things. I think that's how it works, yeah. So we drew another land. So we can play out Cosima and equip probably our Packmate. Okay. Our opponent conceded. They weren't dead that turn, but they were also close to being dead. So that's great. Good job, Cosima. You did your part with a 2-4. Okay. This hand is heavy in the fatty department, so we'll keep it. On it for telling things. Rocker. So, do we really want to even run amok with that? Well, sure. If they block, we're happy to use our trick and do that, I think. It's probably I hear people say sometimes, like, oh, you know, if they play a trick here, that's fine, because it'll just eat up their turn. It's interesting. Yeah, I hear people say, like, oh, like, I'm glad that they can just play it, like, a spell or something that'll eat up their turn. But usually it's also eating up your previous turn, right? Like they spent their turn to make a good draw. Ouch. And then, you know, you subsequently just eat up their previous turn and now their board is empty. So, I don't know. So a Skull Raid followed by a Egred's Shadow is pretty sad. Do we want to play our 6/6? I don't think we have any reason to believe they have more removal. Although maybe they do. Goldmont Champion. It's cool. Scoring FG. Okay, so do we attack with our Lindworm? If we don't, they can attack and tap it down. If we do, they can trade. Let's make them trade. Sure. Take out 2 creatures, play our Dwarven reinforcements. And if they attack us for 2, we can hit them back for 4. Alright. Okay, Doom Scourge. Very sad. We are now compelled to attack and move both our creatures. And then they gain 2 and we lose 2. It isn't the end of the world, but yeah, problematic. I think we've drawn lands 3 turns in a row, maybe more than that. But also, the discard and the Egred's Shadow, definitely pretty bad for us here. Dwarven Hammer, we'll play. But this game seems fairly over. With their 6/5 flying monstrosity. Well, looks like we're dead. Too bad. I think the Turgid Shadow did us in there. And also the discard effect. I mean, you know, we discarded our large trampoline guy, which we would have been able to play later on. So, that's how it goes. So far, deck is performing fairly well. Okay. We have a combat trick, a equipment, a creature, a remove spell. Ooh, we can foretell so many things. So do we want two 2/1s next turn or a 3/3 dry card? Let's just go for the 2/1s. We may come to regret that. But we do have a combat trick. And here they have a 2/1 of their own, so very good. Play out those bad boys. Blue mana. The Rune Crown. Very cool. No attack with the Raider. So we could play a creature here. I guess let's attack first and threaten the combat trick. Probably actually is fine with this trade. Although, yeah, we're probably just fine with it. Assuming they have another creature that they can play next turn, they'll give haste to. Well, let's play out our Packmate. Hopefully we can draw some lands in coming turns, and the Packmate will hopefully draw us towards that. Ready? Alright, yeah, so Packmate looks really good here. Hopefully draws us a land because do we want to foretell something? They can probably equip this next turn if they so desire. We could play Cavalry, and if we draw a land, we can make a HP Dwarven Hammer. I guess once again we probably should have threatened the run amok. But we can always do that next turn. Okay, so interesting. So do we want to play Hasty Dwarven Hammer and attack? Or do we just want to attack all and threaten the combat trick? I think let's just do that. That's great. And then we can like foretell our struggle and play Fearless Pup. So that looks cool. We dealt them a bunch of damage. They're not in range of drawing extra cards. Hopefully they don't have like that giant sweeper guy that steals 2. Did they have that from the beginning? Probably wasn't good for me to play all these creatures into that. I didn't even notice they had it's still like fine. I mean, what are we gonna do here? We're just gonna play out our board game. And hit him for a bunch. Yeah, they must have played this and I just wasn't paying attention. It's pretty bad. Misplay. Okay, so Inga is fine. Some more scrying. Are they gonna equip? I hope not. But if they attack with it, that's great. Otherwise, okay, so we have a land. So we could struggle, but it's a trade, not a whatever. So I think let's play Raven Wings and equip. Offer the trade. They don't get to draw any cards. So if we draw land next turn, we can play Cosima as a creature and just, and then just wait for a couple turns, unless they have another removal spell. Sadly, they do. So now we're in a lot of trouble. Probably shouldn't have played all our creatures into this Frostfire. If we lose that game, I think that'll be even equip. Or play another spell. Okay. Giant. Let's play red mana and then we can fight that. So there's still hope. Even Squash doesn't deal with Cinderheart Giant. And they're looking at our equipment, so we can deal 12 to them next damage if we equip both. Hasty Agar. No attacks. So let's equip both. Back to you, opponent. Doomscar Titans. Very impressive. They can deal up to 11. Ready game. Alright. So, extremely lucky draw. No skill involved drawing the giant. The only smart thing that we did there was play out our land so that we'd have a green mana to fight. But, yeah, happy to have won that game. And despite a few punts on our part. Okay. Nice opening hand. Release. Okay. There's Cosima again. Maybe Cosima isn't so good on Splash because we can't play it super early. plus we're like aggressive with it, like just be like sitting around. We'll attack. Opponent is puzzled. Sportel. You. Okay, Miss Talker. Attack with 1. We're still gonna attack. Damage. So let's play Glittering Frost, I guess. Next turn we can play Torgenhammer, or we can bolt something and run amok. We could even play Cosima if we so wished. Maybe we'll play Cosima. Maybe this is the game. See, we have a Spine Killer. It's going to prevent us from doing anything. Let's play land free combat. See if they tap our guy. You got me. See, so this could be our golden opportunity to see Cosima really shine. And then let's just wait and we can Demon Bolt something rather than foretelling this. Okay, just attack with you. It's fine. If they want to pump it, that's also fine. Now we'll still just wait till the end of their turn to Demon Bolt. Okay, nothing you can do. Let's exile you. Hopefully draw land. We drew a land. So cool. Okay. Put a voyage counter on it, yes. Wait, that didn't do anything. Heck. Oh well. Oh, this has a voyage counter. Okay. Let's make a token. Still gonna tap down our Fearless Pup. Ravenous Uniform. Ah, yes. Okay, so we could fight it. It doesn't seem ideal. But then we do have more dwarves in the... I guess, so let's move to combat and attack with this guy first. Okay, so we block the opponent. We have some more dwarves. We can equip in future turns. Lindworm attacks. Hits us down to 9. And then plays this extremely slow card. Probably gets back Patrol next turn. They can get back 2 cards. Okay, Squash deals 6. Looks good. Opponent with a mere 1 card in hand. Yeah, you can tap them for. So they have 3 snowlands. They can play their dwarf and another snowland. or their troll. So they can pump this twice. Let's move to combat. I would equip the hammer, but sure. No. Well, I guess this doesn't work here. That's fine, I guess. So maybe now we equip. The troll's going to be a problem, especially in combination with the Icebine Pillar. Hopefully we can draw land soon and then we can get our Cosima back. That would be great. Okay, they shuffled some cards into our library. I have no idea what they shuffled into our library. Our Squash, maybe? And the Fearless Pup, I would assume. Okay, so they still have like 3 snowlands up. Never mind. And we drew another Squash. So we could... Let's do this. It uses all our spells and all of our mana. But they give it indestructible, and then we squash it. And that deals with the troll. And then we can start attacking properly. It requires 2 removal spells, and it's very sad. Now they're going to tap down our dwarf. We can only attack for 2. But their creature is off the battlefield. And we have some cards in hand, but okay, you're going to tap down the guy. They attack me. It's obnoxious. Let's just play a creature. We are at 9, so obviously interested in preserving our life total. Probably should have played the Outrider post-combat. Because now we're taking 7. Okay, it's frightening. A non-token creature will die. Exile it. You can play cards like that. Okay, let's return Cosima. You can draw a card. So we have a bunch of mana. No, we don't have that much mana. But I think that adding a 3/3 body to the battlefield and drawing one looks okay. Okay, they're tapping our creature. Do we want to attack with our Outrider? We're at 2, so that would represent 2 chump blocks. I don't think we do. So Icebine Pillar has been quite problematic. Okay, that's probably the most sensible trade for them. And then next turn they can exchange our Dwarven Hammer for their treasure or something. Okay, well this game looks pretty over. They'll probably take out our 2 wolves. Oh, there's a zombie. Holy nuts. How did we have so many zombies on the battlefield? And then jump and... Wow. Opponent. Okay, well, we're dead. Even if we could survive at 1. There's no hope of winning that game. So, very impressive deck from the opponent. The Draugr Necromancer, very impressive card. And the Icebind Pillar also putting in a fair amount of work in that game. That is equipment's one weakness, is equipping it and then the creature being tapped down. And then you've spent mana and you can't attack with it. Okay, I think we keep this hand. We're on the play. Double back mate hand. Guardian Bladewalker. Let's play our back mate first, I guess. And then we draw a tap mate. Nope. Nice. The opponent is playing at least 3 colors. Lovely. Do we want to foretell 2 things this turn, or do we want to just play Cosima out? I think we'll just play Cosima out. Let's attack first. Okay, let's exile. Play land, put a counter on Cosima. Put a voyage counter on it, yes. So we can Glittering Frost. And then we could foretell. Our other pack mate is now used. Okay, opponent has the Draugr Necromancer, which terrifies us so greatly. Let's put another wage counter on you. So probably just squash that ASAP. I guess let's draw first and then you can squash it. Yep. Dead. Opponent says good game. So they were so overwhelmed by the loss of their Draugr. They concluded there was no way out. Okay, so we have 2 counters on Cosima. I think we're okay to... Well, no, let's put a wage counter on it again, I guess. And then eventually it will be big enough to like eat this. This turn, probably just play some creatures. Oops. And pass back. Next turn we can attack with everything. Boast. Probably fight the Grizzled Outrider with whatever survives. Maybe, I don't know. But in any case, they're then at a low life total. Yeah, 4 mana 4/4 is pretty good, and one that allows you to play creatures that have lost. After that, it's even better. Okay, well, it's going to make it harder for us to attack fast. But we are probably okay to return Cosima at this point to 5/7. Let's play out our Raven Wings and get in some damage that way. Seems fine. And then, do we want to play Dwarven Hammer? Yes, because we can make our 2/1. Apparently we have a lot of mana. Next turn, we can equip some things on some things. Happy to jump here. Yeah, hopefully next turn we can just equip some things on some things and attack for lethal. Let's not exile you. You can use Cosima to deliver the winning blow, unless they have removal. Okay. The snakes can go. Alright. Very cool. So we are up to 5-2? Maybe? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll be back shortly, and then we can resume the matches. Okay, we're back. So let's see if we can't get a couple more wins. They're a fairly aggressive deck. Or if we just wash out at 5, then at least we made our money back, right? Okay, keep this. And probably foretell backmate. Our opponent is looking aggressive as well. And the code spell cleric. Wow. Okay. So yeah, very aggressive start from our opponent. Let's draw another card. Draw another land. This is good. You probably want to Demon Bolt the Story Seeker pretty soon. I'm guessing they may equip it this turn, allow for a trade. Okay, just play out a Doomscar Oracle. So let's foretell this. and pass. If they go to equip something and attack. Okay, so Basalt Ravager deals damage equal to the number. So they have 3 humans, or clerics rather. So let's kill their best cleric. And then it only deals 2, probably to our face. So that's pretty good. Do we want to trade here? Sure. We have these elderly mentors, which should be fine. We can also play the Outrider here. So nice that we drew that to blank their creatures. Once again, they're getting closer to the point where they'll probably need to equip. Yep. Okay, so we're low life total. We could play our own wings and equip. That's bad if they have like removal or like a combat trick. We could try to squash something and maybe take 3 or 4 next turn. I don't really love that. But I guess we'll be taking 3 next turn either way. So I guess let's just hold back. And see what they do, and then presumably we'll squash their guy. Okay, they're getting in with both those. Let's hit that. Okay, another Valkyrie. So now I think we're probably at the point where we want to equip our Raven Wings and prevent as much damage as possible. But, I don't know, I think maybe opponent can still deal us lethal damage here. If they like equip the cavalry or something, and they're hitting us for 7. Valor, that works too. And then they can equip. No, or they can just play out another equipment. But, yeah, dead either way. So, unfortunately, not a very close game. Our opponent was just more aggressive than we were. Had some flyers. And that's the way it goes sometimes. So, we're at the final game. Oh, yeah, we just lost. Okay. So we made it to 5 wins. It was pretty cool. Our Cosima drew us some cards. It was generally okay. Although not the most incredible bomb I've ever played with. Demon bolts were good. These fat creatures were nice. Backmates are great. So just kind of a vanilla aggressive deck. But it's still a valid strategy in this day and age, where there's a lot of snow, and usually the decks are moving pretty slow. So, glad that we could get to 5 wins and make our money back. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you next time.